Good morning to you. It must be 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time somewhere out there because it's time for another edition of Hardison's Tips. I'm your host, Brandon Hardison, President of Champion Strategies, and we do this for all of our brothers and sisters that are in the sales vertical, whether it's major account, key account, up and down the street, in home sales, copier sales, regular retail, or automotive sales. So we're in the middle of the week. We hope that you're staying on task so we can get those numbers for the end of the year. So make sure, just don't go to work to wait. Let's go to work because we have a plan. So we're going to not keep you. You're getting dressed, but today I want to plant on your head. It all starts with great leadership. Think back to when you were in school, middle school, high school, or maybe in college if you did attend, or it can be in the community. There was someone that you were part of, and they were your leader, they were your coach. And we can remember that one person, whether we won or lost, how they motivated me. So let's translate this to the workplace. It all starts with leadership. Now, you don't have to have the top sales talent in your industry to succeed, but you do have to have a great leader. Any political campaign, whether it's a football coach or a successful business person, they always tell you to improve performance and drive better results. Any endeavor that you're trying to attain here in America, because it all starts with leadership. In the corporate world, as a sales training budget and programmers have wanted many leaders, and when they encounter these leaders, they seem to think when things go awry, that they will have a sales training problem. Now, I beg to differ from that. In my years in sales leadership for service providers and in providing advisory consultant services to end all clients, I have observed many underperforming sales teams. I would submit that the primary reason for these teams were not performing as they should have been was not a lack of talent or training, but a lack of leadership. Manifestation is correlated exactly to leadership in numerous ways. Let's look at a few of them. Poor quality of sales, poor qualities in your sales process, lack of management discipline when approving pursuit and failure to advance opportunities. That's where a leader comes in. A leader implements a strong sales price and enforce compliance at both the management and the sales executive letters. That's a real leader. You see, the sloppy preparation of client proposals, presentations, value proposal statements, word contracts, etc. Leadership accepting subpar work products just to meet the numbers. But a good leader drives a sales culture of quality, not quantity. Poor preparation or execution for major client meetings and preparation, which is just the lack of getting what needs to be done, or that word accountability is missing. So I would say, with the lackluster people, we need to require them to review and do dress rehearsals at different times, role playing, to enforce the importance of this to him or her. Leadership opportunities implement a strong sales process with appropriate timelines for review. So the last minute changes, we're not just out there winging it with our potential client or guest. We know exactly what's going on, and they do also. Another thing when it comes to leadership is poor ability to identify, track, and retain client information. Lack of investment in sales operations are related directly to sales and fraction tools. You may have a CRM and they're not utilizing it. They're not putting those conversations that they had with the potential guest or guests into the CRM. So, as a manager, if I would like to help move it forward, I'm useless. I don't have the information. So, I would say invest in sales orientation and tools, tie compensation to it to ensure compliance. And when you ensure compliance, when the guests are satisfied, you will see your return on this investment. How about poor morale and motivation? Happens in a lot of places. Why not develop a culture of rewards that is all inclusive when it comes to compensation and recognition? Lead by example in terms of taking care of the people that work for you. Another problem is overlaying too long sales cycles and poor client conversations. Leadership puts your clients first. Ensure that your company is in resolve and easy to do business with. Remove internal barriers, and you'll see some strong people retaining more clients. How about lack of deep and lasting client relationships? Ooh, sounds like really here a follow up. But in general, lack of funding for travel expenses, client relationship development, lack of company sales, leadership culture that emphasizes client services. Why not invest in your clients from day one? Let the sales executives develop the relationship and let your client management keep them on focus. Now, I know you get the big picture. You don't have to be the top talent in your industry to succeed, but you do have to have leadership. He or she that cares and is willing to invest in the time and money to do the things right. Why? So their salespeople can do the best they can each and every time with their guests. And what do they do each and every time with their guests? Yes, they are selling. So, with that in mind, you go out there today, have a plan, and make sure we're doing what we need to do so your guest gets a different experience. Once again, Brandon Hardison, President of Champion Strategies. And as always in parting, you go out and you make it a champion day.